おいソニック、本当にやるのか？
ああ、俺は冒険が大好きなのさ。
ソニック！
ソニックはアドベンチャーが好き。ソニックアドベンチャー。ドリームキャスト。
Systems, full power!
Look, you can't judge me, alright? I've told you, you don't know what it was like. Well, maybe you do actually, because Sonic Adventure was absolutely everywhere. It was coming out of the walls and falling from the trees in '99. I'd never seen a campaign for a new game quite like it. The Dreamcast ultimately went on to be something of a legendary failure, highly thought of and sought after in retrospect, but at the time the console struggled to get a foothold and never really looked like seriously defending against the upcoming PlayStation 2. It couldn't even really make inroads against the PS1, but it certainly wasn't for want of trying. Arsenal had it on the shirts after all, and there's no questioning the wow factor of those next generation graphics, being released so far ahead of any competitor's equally powerful device. But it's possible it was too available. You see, you didn't really need to own a Dreamcast to play one, because they were in every Currys, Comet, shopping centre and cinema you ever went in this year. I know we mentioned Sony did something like this with the PS1, putting it in nightclubs and at festivals, but this was the first time I'd ever seen something like this, a public demonstration terminal where you could just walk up and play this shiny new console for free. No tickets, no staff member telling you to piss off, just a line of snotty brats if you were unlucky or tried to get near one on a Saturday. It was like a one-machine arcade every time you tried to go and see a film in the cinema. People were getting there an hour early to have a go on the Dreamcast, and, inevitably, the game they used to show it off was Sonic Adventure. And boy did it show it off. I think absolutely everyone has played the opening stage of Sonic Adventure, whether you've ever had a Dreamcast or not. And it was, let's face it, designed purely as an advert for the system. The impossibly bright and colourful graphics, rendering an idyllic sunny beach with bright blue sky and even more blue water. It was all just too appealing to be anything other than an ad hooking directly into our lizard brains. It was made even more effective by the fact you were doing this in the middle of a drizzling weekend in North Shields. It was impossible to resist the siren song of the hedgehog. Now, the more annoying members of your friendship group probably pointed out to you at some point that there wasn't really any gameplay involved here, and that you were simply holding the control stick in the up position, regardless of how the camera reoriented, as the visual popcorn exploded all around you. I told that person to shut up because it was a lot of fun. Well, no, actually I agreed with them and scoffed to seem cool, but inside, I was a little 5-year-old jumping up and down with glee. And that's all I experienced of it in '99, as I never got a Dreamcast. Like literally everybody else, I got a PlayStation 2 instead. And in the years since, Sonic Adventure became a bit of a meme and a joke for being shit, right? Yeah, Mario did the jump to 3D almost perfectly. Sonic messed it up. I know that's the perceived wisdom, largely due to the commercial failure of the Dreamcast and ultimately Sega's retreat from making hardware altogether. Plus the seemingly never-ending stream of subpar modern 3D Sonic games. picked up a Dreamcast for about 20 quid a few years after it was defunct, and I was pleasantly surprised. Now, don't judge this game by its god-awful DX re-release on GameCube and PS2. That version is bugged and shit, as is the PC version on Steam. The original isn't quite as broken as that. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's not broken, but that DX version is unplayable.
What? It's pulling you towards it?
Whoops. Oh, no.
God.
Okay. Well, there we go. Oh, Jesus. I'm up here now.
Once I got past the nostalgia of the opening level, I was quite surprised to find a fairly fun and engaging platform experience. There's a good amount of variety, from boss battles to seek and find stages with Knuckles, speed and acrobatic stages with Sonic and Tails, as well as some limited form of puzzle exploration gameplay in the City Hub. On top of that, there's casino games and the trippiest pinball Sonic's ever done outside of that Mega Drive game we don't talk about anymore for some reason. Then later on you get access to a fun park where there's a crap version of Mario Kart to play, and of course you get to do some fishing as Big the Cat. Now, not all of this is perfectly implemented, I'm not saying that. But it was undeniably ambitious, and it clearly took a lot of work to put together. Honestly, a lot of it was quite fun. Yes, there's jank, this was Sonic's first go at 3D, and his speed makes that a very tricky proposition. And yes, that does sometimes mean it asks for real leaps of faith from you, where you just have to hold the direction and pray for a good outcome. But generally this stays a real fun time right up to the end. Oh yeah, there's some weird Tamagotchi thing too. I never played that. I never saw the appeal in caring for other beings, whether real or digital.
People. What a bunch of bastards.
So yeah, maybe this is a lesson in having lowered expectations, but in truth I play Sonic Adventure fairly regularly, despite not having the nostalgia for it that I do for many of the other games on the list. So that has to say something, right?